Hi, welcome back to the table at Gethsemane. I'm Sheila, and today I want to talk to you about what the connection between our body being a temple and our spiritual relationship with Him, and how sometimes create a that can even create a stronghold in our life um, without us even realizing it. And that's where I found myself, and I still struggle with that. And but there's going to be more yet to come on that, and I may do a whole series. It may turn into a whole series, but I wanted to open up the conversation about how we don't always associate our physical beings with our relationship with God, and how He seeks for us to not only have a spiritual connection with Him, but to also maintain our physical bodies. And this is something that I've struggled with for many years, most of my life. And if I had to say, is probably the biggest stronghold that I have in my relationship with God right now, that He's working in me on. And um, I really just wanted to come and open the conversation about that for anybody that might be dealing with the same, maybe not even realizing that their relationship with food um, may even be being a stronghold in their relationship with Him. And it reminds me of where Paul says he talks a lot about having physical disciplines. And like Daniel, he was very disciplined in his physical health as well, um, through fasting. And the way I have found myself is my physical well-being has even kept me from doing some of the things that I feel led to do in God and led to do in my calling. And He's slowly working on me with that, but and I'm a work in progress, but um I just wanted to touch on that this morning because I do feel like he's leading me to speak about this, because I have a lot of experience in what it's like to feel like you're in bondage to your own physical health and well-being, to your own body even, um, that keeps you from doing even normal things, everyday things you wouldn't even think about. And believe it or not, sometimes we can, like me, find ourselves in this stronghold, and that it becomes almost like the devil oppresses you in it and keeps you trapped in it, because it keeps you from doing what God has called you to do. And this is kind of uh, in line with where I found myself lukewarm is last year, is because I had this desire to always had this desire for God to use me, God, and but yet I didn't realize that He couldn't use me because I was detached in my relationship with Him. But I really just wanted to open the conversation about it and see if there was anybody out there that maybe either doesn't realize that this could be a stronghold in their life. Maybe they don't have an issue with food, and that doesn't, maybe it's not that way for them, but could it possibly be? And what God has revealed to me in my relationship with Him is because of my relationship with food and my relationship with my health and my physical well-being, and what it's led me to today has separated me from God. Therefore, for me, doing those things that keep me in that state has become like a sin. And I just want to put this out here to people. because this is on my heart to do so, that if you struggle with this situation and you find yourself, even to the point like I did, where I felt like I can't even participate in my own life because of the physical ailments and the struggle and the day to day, and even doing what my heart desires has become such a burden for me physically, that it is keeping me from living life, the life that God intended. And to me, that would be considered, anything apart from God is sin. So I just wanted to put that out there, that you're not alone. If you find yourself in this spot, and you're not alone, it could just be that you're in a stronghold. And I want to go into that, and I want to go into more depth on it. I'm working on some things with that, and God's still working on me in my relationship with him through that, with that, and some disciplines that I'm going to have to incorporate into my life, and that I'm attempting to at this point as well. And I just wanted to open it up, like I said, because I want to walk through this. I want y'all to see my journey on taking myself from this stronghold, that it has become a physical stronghold in my life that has kept me separate from the spirit. And I want you to be able to walk with me through that. Or maybe it can help you. Maybe it can encourage and inspire you. Or maybe I can be of help in that situation, if you find yourself there. And it doesn't have to be an overweight issue. Even it can be that, poor choices, like I have, like poor toxic choices in your relationship with food. um, Say, because there's a lot that goes on in our food industry, and I won't get into all that, but we are, a lot of us are aware now, especially since 2020, that our food system is really badly broken in a lot of ways. and and I think that, like in my situation, the devil has used that over the years, because this is something that has been a struggle for me for most of my life. I would say at least into my late teens, and then through to now. I have struggled in one way or another, at one size or another, with my health and my weight. And um, this food system we have out here now is such a part of that, is so entwined in that, that the devil has used it to, as a way of holding us back from our true calling in God. And I just wanted to, like I said, open that conversation. So if you find yourself in a situation where you feel, if this is you now, even listening to this, that that you find yourself in that, entrapped in that cycle of toxic eating, and you have the desire to even get off the sugar, or whatever it is that's your that's that that's your cycle in that. um, it can be, God can take it, and he can walk you through it, and he can show you how to overcome. And even though I'm in the beginning steps of that and stages of that, realizing that this is a stronghold that holds me back from what he wants me to do in for him in his calling, even in this ministry of it being at the table, and having these conversations in communion with others, that, oh, the physical, spiritual is very important, and spiritual is number one, yes. But if we don't have ourselves and our temples physically in tune with him, he really honestly can't do the work that he intends for us to do, because we're called to be physically fit, for the kingdom. And our temples, clean and pure. So many more things that God could use us for if we stayed in line with our health. And I know that sounds weird coming from somebody who obviously has some physical issues with that, but that's my past, and God's working on me with it, and I'm just here to tell you and encourage you that He can too. And I don't know what's yet to come with this series, but I'm excited about opening up about it and making that conversation that um, that there is hope, and it's not always us. It's the things that entrap us. It's the devil using those things against us to keep us, and just another thing, that another way he comes in and works through us to keep us away from God. And so if you find that this speaks to you, I encourage you to just follow along with us and comment down below, and let me know what you think and what's on your heart about it, and maybe we can just open up the conversation, and obviously subscribe. That way you can get more videos, because I'm really excited about this topic, and this is a very personal topic for me, and for many reasons. I want to see how what I walk through can help somebody else, and that's what I'm here for. That's my purpose, is to help somebody else draw closer to God, help somebody else get through a stronghold, help somebody else overcome, because we can overcome. We are overcomers in Him. And so, like I said, if this is you, and this is speaking to you right now, uh, really just hang on there with me, and we'll walk through this together. And I'm really excited about that. And I hope to see you on the next video on this topic, and many more topics I'm sure to come. But this is a big one for me. So we'll see how God unfolds this. And y'all have a beautiful, blessed morning, and God bless.